Sometimes moving from nominal typing to structural typing could be challenging, especially if you have mixed exposure to Java, C Sharp, and JS. So when you move to TS, which is fundamentally a structural typing system, um, when you're reading things, it could be challenging. And sometimes if you're coming from strong domain-driven design kind of mindset, sometimes you can feel like things are not looking right when you're reading the code. Now, this example are taken from the official documentation, and we can see we have class car and we have class golfer, but we are assigning an instance of golfer into a car. So if you are coming from the Java or C Sharp, which is basically nominal typing based system, then you feel that this is not right. And as I said, if you come domain driven design, this doesn't feel right, of course. But in the TS world, no error. As you can see, we don't get any feedback as it's an error, because TS is based on structural typing, and it looks for the structure of the things rather than the name itself, as name implies structural typing. Now, thing can be more funny when you move to this kind of example. So we have the user interface with ID property, and we have the account interface with ID property, and we have this pay function that takes an account. And what we're doing is we are passing an object tagged as user into the account, and with no error. And as you can see, the log output is similar as well, get the right output. But when you read the code, you don't feel it right, because it's different naming, and sometimes you're trying to express something differently in the domain as domain concept. But theoretically and functionally is correct, because T is using the structure typing, and the structure of account and user, which is, if you forget about the name, user and account, is a shape of type that has ID with number that matches. So it would be beneficial to keep that clear boundary between the nominal typing and structure typing, especially if you are coming from the mixed world of JS, C Sharp, and C Sharp and JS. So you know what we are doing, and there won't be any surprises. And they have a nice, in the documentation, again given some examples, and it's clearly explaining the difference, and also give some nice direction to understand what kind of mindset we need to have when we are working in the TS structural typing world.